I'm Jennifer, by the way. So what a beautiful movie though that was. And you both, I mean, Sasha, you're an incredible young actor. Just really phenomenal. And Steve, you were so amazing in the role as well. I'm curious what brought you both to Anna and the film.
Well, I read it maybe 3 years ago, and it was sent to me saying, "Hey, there's this director that might be interested in you for this part." And I read it, and I openly wept, and was so moved by it, and laughed at it, and saw myself doing it. And that's just rare, where you're like, "Oh, this fits." And I really went after it, and luckily she trusted me with it, and I knew it was one of the most complex, kind of best characters I ever played. Yeah, it's really a lot there.
What about you, Sasha?
Um, Definitely that Joe is trans, cause it was my first movie, and I actually wasn't allowed to do on camera stuff, but my mom allowed me to do it because Joe is trans. Also, I related a lot to Joe because they were trans, and also I grew up in a small town in Colorado. Well, I didn't grow up there; I lived there for 4 years. Um, but that
I just love the film so much. I think there very rare is there like a movie that deals with like a father and child relationship to begin with, and even the smaller amount of films do it correctly. And it's such a beautiful relationship, and it to me it's a movie that really will reach to anybody that feels like an outsider because they both feel like outsiders.
Yeah, they're all every character is dealing with something,
Yeah,
like most of us are.
absolutely.
And you create your success to an extent, but most of it comes from where you come from and the opportunities you got and the hand you're dealt. And Troy, my character's hand is a pair of threes,
Yeah,
and he's got to do the best he can with a pair of threes, and he does.
guys, I love
Yeah, even when he effing up, man, he's trying so hard, and that's the appealing thing about Troy, and his honesty, and his vulnerability, and his childlike quality that Joe loves. But it's not enough to raise Joe, and that's the beauty of Jillian's character, who's dealing with who's flawed too, because there's no acceptance, but she does accept. It's like it's a real simple story. It doesn't bang you over the head with a lesson, and that's what I loved about it. It's truly a beautiful story about a journey, the father and son. You know,
I love that you said it's just a simple story because I think the most beautiful and the best things in life are the simplest, not the easiest, ever the easiest, but the simplest.
yeah, it's
And
it's true.
it's great. Sasha, you and Steve worked so well together. I mean, I even watching it, like I call my dad after I watch it because it's making me think of my father. But how was your experience working with Steve? You had such a great connection on screen, and what did you guys do to really work on that?
it was amazing to work with Steve. He's a phenomenal actor and be super fun. And we went up there 2 weeks early. So basically, we just did like horseback riding practice and just hung out for like 2 weeks, and then
Yeah,
we went on
drink
set.
that beer.
I love that you guys were on a horse, by the way. I love that. As a true wrestler, there should be a horse always, I think. And I
Yeah,
love
totally.
that you were on the horse.
We hung out all the time. It was a blast. I got along with Sasha from the first minute. And I knew that when we had that first Zoom, Sash, remember when you were walking around your house? I was like, stand still. You were just facing. But I knew then, I was like, okay, this is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And then your folks are so cool and everything. And it was just, I mean, I got Sasha into a bar at 8 o'clock at night playing pool. They're
Yeah.
taunting, so you know they don't really care.
It just it really is. It's a movie, one of the movies I haven't seen in a long time that really did touch me all the way around. And I love how Anna wrote all the characters and how you all portray them, because nobody's ever really villainized. It's just like you said, it's people dealing with stuff that happens in our life, just trying to figure stuff out,
Yeah.
which we're all trying to do. And I
Yeah.
just think it's such a lovely film. What do you hope that, for both of you, what do you hope when people watch this that they take away from it or inspires them?
I hope that people see that there's like people see transgender people and say, oh, there's something wrong with them, and people see people who are, oh my gosh, I forget the word. um, but people see people with flaws, and they say, oh, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you because you're bipolar. There's something wrong with you because the color of your skin. There's something wrong with you because you're trans. When really, they're just people trying to move through the world.
Absolutely. I love that you said that, and I love that you have that perspective at a young age, because it's true. It's, everybody has, it's silly to, nobody should be made to feel like on the outside, and yet it happens all the time. And I just think you were so great, Sasha, and I can't wait to see what else you do in the future, because you were really phenomenal. I can't speak right now in the film, truly. And I think it's so special, and just that relationship you both have on screen is really a special thing, and one that we rarely see. It touched me. It really did. And I just adore it. For Steve, what do you hope that people take away from the film?
I don't know. I mean, kind of like what you're saying. It's so silly. I mean, it's like, I hope they just watch a movie and go, wow, what a beautiful movie about love and acceptance. Going into full circle or whatever,
Yeah.
And really acceptance is the easy route. Like if you're lazy like me,
Yeah.
it's easier. I accept that. As opposed to not, and making your life miserable, and getting fights, and I just don't.
It takes a lot of effort to be mean. I don't know either.
or to be right.
Yeah.
Some people don't mean, they're just right.
Right. Yeah.
Are you? Be wrong.
Yeah, I'm wrong all the time. And I embrace it.
You know you're right about this. And then just move on. It's going to be a lot easier.
So much easier. I thank you both so much for speaking with me, and it really, truly, it's such a beautiful film. And I can't wait for everyone to see it. I think it's really special. Like once in a while, you see something that is very special, and it comes back to like just simple storytelling and just portraying life. And I hope there's more films like this, because I love it. And I did call my dad after I watched it, because it makes you think of your own relationship with your parents, and it just was beautiful, and I was very moved by it.
That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But thank you both so much. Steve, you're always amazing, and Sasha, you're incredible. You truly are.
Thank you.
Thank you.